so now we're going to talk about the Topic Handbook, which is your Bible for each topic. This is a really important document, and it's really important that you read it properly. And so that's what we're going to do now. Your Topic Handbook details all of the information that you need to successfully complete the topic, and it should be your first port of call should you have any questions about topic formalities such as assignment due dates, the timetable, or contact information. Most handbooks start with an introduction, outlining the topic's learning aims and outcomes. Pay attention here, as many students skim this part, but it can also reveal some important clues about what your tutors will be looking for in your assessment. The Topic Handbook should also outline the topic's expectations, and this is a really important thing to pay attention to if you wanted to know information about those all important concepts of attendance and participation requirements, particularly because these are things that can change between topics. It's also important because you shouldn't assume that all topics necessarily have mandatory attendance, or that all topics will allow you to watch lectures online. Some will have mandatory attendance at lectures, and this is the place where you will find out that information. It should also let you know things like what the extension requirements are, what the processes are if you need to ask for an extension, also what the resubmission policy of the topic is. Not all topics offer resubmissions if you fail an assignment. You'll also go through things like academic integrity expectations for each topic. Here, just like on Flow, you should also find a semester breakdown, and this will probably tell you week by week what's going to be covered. But this timetable also usually tells you things like whether or not there is actually a lecture on a particular week, sometimes if there's public holidays or some other reason why there might not be a class on a specific week. The amount of times I've had students email me from a class when they're like, hey, where is everybody? It's like, whoa, did you check your Topic Handbook? Because we don't have class this week. So save yourself a long trip to university if that's the case, and make sure that you're up to date with it. Somewhere else in the handbook, it should probably let you know which referencing system is required, if it's Harvard, APA, MLA, or whatever. It should also let you know if there are any formatting requirements. If they don't specifically specify formatting, just assume that it's standard, and the standard is 12-point font, double line or 1.5 line spacing, just regular margins, which is 2.53, I think, and a simple font such as Times New Roman or Calibri. So now turn to the assessment part of your Topic Handbook and have a look. How many assignments are there? What kinds of assignments are they? Are they essays? Are they reports? Are they reflections? These will all require different levels of time, research, different styles from you. So have a look in advance so you know how much time you need to set aside for each thing. It's also really important to look at the weighting of each assignment. You're not going to spend the same amount of time on a reflection that's worth 10% of your grade as you are on an essay that's worth 40%, right? So look ahead so that you can help with your planning. Then make sure you write these dates down in your diary, put them in your calendar. It's all part of that all-important planning. While there might be a breakdown of your overall assessment, there should be a breakdown of each individual assessment, including information about the assignment's expectations and guidelines, the rubric, and due dates. You don't need to freak yourself out by reading these in depth in the first instance. Save that to about 3 or 4 weeks before the assignment's due. But do have a look at the assessment types and what they require of you. You might also pick up on some important keywords and concepts in the first reading. For example, there might be an essay question that uses a keyword from the week 4 readings. And so then if you've looked ahead at your essay, which is during week 8, you might see some keywords from week 4, and you'll know in week 4 to be paying attention to those concepts. For example, I'm from English, so I'm going to use an English example. One of your assessment pieces might be an essay about a novel that you're reading. If you read the assignment question in advance, you know what themes or ideas or characters to be looking for, which means that when you read that novel, you can already start making notations in the text based on what you think will be upcoming in that question. If you read the novel without any idea of what you're going to be assessed on, well, how do you know what to look for? This also gives you time to flag any key ideas and ask questions in tute, so while you've got time before that critical period right before your assignment is due. The last part I want to draw your attention to is the rubric. The rubric usually accompanies each assessment that you have, and this is a really important document that I'm going to break down for you in some later blogs, but I just want to draw your attention to it here because this is really useful to keep beside you as you write your assessment. So make sure when you're having a look at what your assignment expectations are, you're also checking out what the rubric says. Finally, there's the SAM, the Statement of Assessment Methods. And as I said, this might be a separate document or it might be included within your Topic Handbook. Now, the SAM is an official document which details in very formal terms how you will be assessed according to the topic outcomes and the criteria for the successful completion of the topic. This includes scaling, penalties for late submission, resubmissions, supplementary assessment, and details about breaches of academic integrity. If there is a disparity between your topic handbook and the SAM, it's really important that you flag this, because usually the SAM is the official document and that's the one that will hold up. And that's all from me today regarding your topic preparation. I hope that has given you a little bit of a clue about how to read these two really important texts. And I say text because when we're talking about digital literacy and online spaces, websites are also a text. So go forth, read, have a look. This is my challenge to you. Perhaps write in the comments at the bottom of the page here if you've had any difficulties. Let us know what your experiences with reading your topic guidebooks or your flow page has been. Let's get chatting on these videos, guys. All right, and I will catch you next time.